My name is Dr. H. Ramasubba Reddy. I am working as an associate professor in zoology. Right, my introduction is already over. Till now, I have published 25 research papers. With this experience, I am giving this presentation. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am sharing my screen. Is it visible? My PPT is visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes. Today topic is research paper writing skills and techniques. This is research uh, orientation, research paper writing skills and techniques. Yeah, what is research paper? Generally, there are so many definitions. In general definition, a research paper is a detailed written report that presents the results of an original study, investigation, and analysis on a particular topic based on systematic collection, interpretation, and evaluation of data. This is the general definition. There is so many angles for research paper. Sometimes it is called academic paper. Then academic definition is there. A research paper is a scholarly document prepared by students, researchers, or academicians that demonstrate their ability to conduct independent research, apply appropriate methodologies, analyze findings, and contribute new knowledge to a specific field of study. There is a scientific definition also. A research paper is a formal presentation of scientific inquiry where hypotheses are tested, results are analyzed, and conclusions are drawn to expand the existing scientific understanding of a phenomenon. Then I conclude that a research paper is a written account of an original study or investigation designed to answer a specific question to solve a definite problem. This is the so many definitions given by different scientists. What is research paper? Not only a research paper, there are number of papers, research papers, academic papers, communication papers, like that. There are different type of papers are there. Now, in due course, we will discuss about that. Who has to deal with our research paper? Generally, editors and reviewers only deal with research papers. Authors write research papers, and the editors and reviewers they will analyze and examine. They will give some points to the research paper. The most prestigious resource of a journal is a editor and reviewer. The practicing scientists, even leaders in their fields, also a important persons. These are scientists just like you. There are scientists just like you make their life easy by preparing well. These persons, editors and reviewers, are very, very important while analyzing and examining the research papers. There are two aspects in research paper writing. First, article writing and article publishing. There are two aspects. In research paper writing, article writing, what makes a good manuscript? What this article structure, practical tips before you write. These are the 3 points we are going to discuss. In research publication, the review and the editorial process and author ethics we will discuss. The structure of the research paper, generally IMRAD format is followed by the many authors. IMRAD, introduction, methods, result and discussion. This is IMRAD. The IMRAD formats provide a structured approach for presenting research findings consisting of introduction, methods, result, and discussion. This is the research paper you have seen in my screen. This research paper published in International Journal of Creative Research Thoughts. This is my original paper. It is a published in open access journal, peer-reviewed journal. This is there are components, different components in a research paper. A comprehensive research paper includes elements such as abstract, literature review, methodology, data analysis, and references. The importance of organization. Proper organization enhances readability, facilitates understanding, and improves the overall impact of the research presentation. There are three main stages in preparation research papers. Preparation before starting research paper, construction of an article, technical details. First, we will go preparation before starting. Preparation before starting, the first point is check the originality of your idea. You should have one idea. Have you done something new and interesting? These questions you have to answer. Have you done something new and better before the researchers? Is there anything challenging in your work? Is the work directly related to a current hot topic? Have you provided solutions to any difficult problems? These questions we have to raise and we have to give the answers also. If any one of these answer is yes, then you start the preparing your own manuscript. Without any inquiry, any questions, without asking inner your mind, you cannot write any research paper. First, you have to question yourself, you have to give answer, then that is the become a research paper. Track the latest result regularly in your field. You have to observe many research papers published in different articles, and new and relevant articles get published all the time. There are different articles available in the online section in the Google or in any online material you can download from the internet. You observe the articles which are published in your subject field. Then you go further. Decide the type of your manuscript. There are different types of manuscript, different types of papers. First, you have to decide what type of manuscript you are going to write. Is that full article or original article? Or is it a academic papers? Is it a scientific paper? Or you are going to a letter? Or you are going to give a rapid communication? Is it a short communication? Is it a review paper and perspective? You have to decide what type of manuscript you are going to prepare. That is the first and foremost question. Next, who is your audience? Before going to write, you should keep it in mind your audience. Do you want to reach specialists, multidisciplinary researchers, a general audience? What type of audience you are facing in the research field? If there are general audience, that may be not worthy research writing. If it is a multidisciplinary research, it is a combination of different subjects. If it is a original scientific paper, you have to face some specialist scientist while writing the research paper. You will need to adjust information and writing style accordingly. You have to adjust your writing according to your audience. Choose the right article, right journal. Choose the right journal. In what journal you are going to publish, that is, keep it in mind. The journal aims and scope, what type of journal it is, what is the aim of the journal, what is the scope of the journal, what type of articles it is publishing, what is the leadership of the journal, is the journal publishing current topics. These keep it in mind. There are different journals available in the online section. There is a nature journal, entomology journal, different types of journals, so commerce journal, computers type of journal. Every journal is available in the online. Read the guidelines, the authors again and again. You have to, before writing the manuscript, you keep it in the mind and the guidelines. Every journal, every book or journal should give some guidelines to the authors. You have to read first that guidelines. It will save your time and the editor's time also. All editors hate wasting time on poorly prepared manuscript. That means you have to write according to the journal requirement. It is a sign of if you are not writing according to journal requirements, it is the sign of disrespect. Please keep it in mind. There is the second, construction of an article. It is the second step, construction of an article. Construction of article. First, there is a two steps, content and presentation. In construction of article, there is a two steps, content and presentation. In content section, content is essential. Without content, you cannot write the paper. It contains a clear, useful, and exciting message. The content should be very clear. Everybody can understand the understand your content. It is useful to the society or maybe scientific society, and it should consist of exciting message or interesting facts. That's why content is very, very important. Then presentation is also important. Presentation is critical, conveys the author's thoughts in a logical manner such that the reader arrives at the same conclusion as the author. A good manuscript leads to reader's scientific significance immediately. That's why presentation is very, very important. The presentation on a paper in your own style is very, very important. The style must trigger the author's demand. Content must trigger the editor's demand. This is the general structure of a full article. Full article consists of three main headings. First is the title, authors and correspondence, abstract, keywords. This is the first section of the manuscript. This first section is present in the first page. It is informative and attractive and effective. Make them easy for indexing and searching. That's why the first page consists of the title of the manuscript or article, the title of the name of the author, or one or two or three or some few members of the author's names, and abstract, a 2-paragraph or 3-paragraph abstract should be there, and keywords must be given in the end of the abstract. Then main text. Main text generally followed in many authors followed IMRAD format. You know the IMRAD abbreviation is introduction, methods, result, and discussion. Discussion, sometimes conclusion. This is the main text. This main text has a distinct function because the soul of the author is reflected in the main text. Then at the end part of the paper, there may be acknowledgements, reference, and supplementary material. This is the end part of the article. The first impression, not only first impression, this is first page impression. First page impression is the key to the success. In first page, we should reflect all these followings. Font type. We should follow Times New Roman font. It is universal acceptance font, Times New Roman font. The size of the font is 12. The font color may be black or dark blue. The margin size in A4 sheet, all sides in 1 inch gap should be there. The page numbers also should be given to the entire article 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. The consistency of your writing must be there from starting to the end of the article writing. Consistency should be there. The paper title should be very clear in 1 line or 2 lines. Lengthy lines are not required. The author name must be given on the downside of the title. Sometimes a single author papers may be there. Sometimes 2 authors, 4 authors, maximum 8 authors. More than this 8 authors is not suggestible. The correspondent author address should be given, and the mail ID of the corresponding authors also will be given in the first page itself. This is the first page impression. It leads to the ending of the article. Next, a title. The effective title should be right on the top of the article. Identify the main issue of the paper. According to the content, according to the main point of the paper, you should write the title. Begin with the subject of the paper, or accurate. It should be accurate. The title should be accurate, unambiguous, specific, and complete. Incomplete titles cannot be accepted anywhere. The title should be very accurate. That is, pinpointed title should be there. Unambiguous. It should not be double meaning. It should be single meaning words. Do not contain infrequently used abbreviations. abbreviations, write very clear in a brackets. Abstract, attract readers. The title should attract the readers. Title should attract the editor as well as reviewers as well as the readers. These titles should be very clear. Here I have given three different types of titles. The comparison of three types of research paper titles in zoology showing how titles quality affect clarity and effectiveness. The first title is very long, wordy title. It is ineffective. See, the title is very lengthy, a detailed and comprehensive study on observations and findings regarding the feeding habits and general behavior patterns of the common Indian lizard, Indian garden lizard in various environmental conditions in southern region of India during different seasons of the year. This type of lengthy titles should not be accepted. It can be rejected bluntly. This title is too long and repetitive words are there and filled with unnecessary words. It confuses readers and hides the main focus. That's why the long and worthy titles are ineffective. Then short and unclear titles. The second title is very short. Study on lizards. There is no scope of description. There is no scope of the matter present inside the paper. This too short and vague title. It does not specify what aspect of lizards is studied, which species or why the study is important, shows lack of research focus or interest. That's why the second type of titles are also ineffective, not suitable. The third type of titles are very effective and precise titles. Here you can observe the seasonal variations in the feeding behavior of the Indian garden lizard, Helotes versicolor, in southern India. It is very clear title, concise and informative. It tells what was studied, which species, where and under what conditions we are studied. These type of titles are very suggestive. The author's affiliations. We have to write the author name first. After the title of the paper, next to the title of the paper, we have to write author name. And author affiliation also. This so-and-so author, he belongs to the particular university. Keep your name and affiliation consistent. The author name should be consistently written after the title. You should not change the name frequently. You should not write in abbreviated words. You have to use a specific name of your type, write in every paper. That is consistent writing of the title, author name. Next, alternative spellings leads to the online confusion. Sometimes some persons give the alternative names and the nicknames. That is not suggestible. Here, this is my review paper, a comprehensive review of useful oral vaccines based on tomatoes to prevent zoonotic diseases and emphasis on brucellosis. This is my research paper published in World Journal of Pharmaceutical Science and Research. Here, my name is given, Dr. H. Ram Subba Reddy. After the title, then the author's name. Then the second author, third author, fourth author, and the fifth author. These author correspondence are given below the author names. That's why the research paper should consist of the clear title and the clear author names. Next, text layout. Keep it consistent throughout the manuscript. The layout should be consistent. You should not change the layout of the paper. Double line spacing and 12 font size and new Times Roman font make it convenient for reviewer to make annotations. That's why the font, you should not change frequently the font size. You should not change the font type. You should not change the spacing between the lines. The number of the pages, the page numbers also you have to give first page, second page like that. Next, suggested length of full article. What size of the manuscript you have to write? Generally, 20 to 25 pages is the ideal length of a submitted manuscript, including essential data only. This is also a lengthy 20 to 25 pages. Generally, four pages or 5 pages also enough. The famous scientist Watson and Crick also given 1-page research article. That's why, keeping it in mind, we have to conclude, we have to concise our research paper maximum at the length of 20 to 25 pages. The title should be right in 1 or 2 lines. The abstract should write in 1 or 2 paragraphs. The introduction pages, maybe 2 pages, 2 pages. Methodology pages, 2 pages. Result and discussion part should consist of 8 to 10 pages. Conclusion 1 or 2 pages. Figures 4 or 6 pages. Tables 1 to 3 pages. Reference maybe 5 pages. This page limit should follow everybody. This page limit gives you a structured article. Next, abbreviations. Abbreviations should be defined on the first use in both abstract and the main text. You have to write abbreviations in parentheses, in brackets. The first time only you have to describe the abbreviation. Next subsequent times you have not to write the detailed length name. You give it on abbreviated words. Some journals even forbid the usage of abbreviations in the abstract. In some journals, not accepting the abbreviations in the abstract. The main manuscript consists only abbreviations. Abbreviations that are firmly established in the field do not be defined. Like, for example, GPS. Everybody knows about the GPS, Global Positioning System. You should not write the GPS, Global Positioning System. You should write only GPS. UPI is everybody knows about UPI, Universal Payment Interface. That's why all times you are need not write the Universal Payment Interfaces. Next, cover letter. You have to prepare a covering letter to send the editors. To send it to the editors, you have to write a covering letter. Basic information should be included in the covering letter. Editor name or names. Originality of submission, you have to promise this paper is original, which is written by me. You have to write like that in the promising letter. No competing financial interest. That means this paper is not committed for money. You can suggest reviewers also. So and so reviewers are good for my research field. Hence, you can suggest this paper. Please send to the reviewer. Like that, you can suggest. You should also suggest this paper should not send those persons because those persons are my research guide, maybe my colleagues, maybe my friends, maybe my relatives. That's why you can also suggest not to send the research paper to that particular reviewers. Mention signature. You have to put a signature at the end of the covering letter, and special points, you have to underline the special points in the covering letter. What aspect, what is the interest, what is the enthusiastic point, what is the key point in your research manuscript. That's why you have to underline that point. That's why covering letter is very, very important. Sometimes the covering letter can be sent through mail also. In mail also you can write all of these things. That is very, very important. Next, till now we have completed preparation before starting, construction of an article. Next, we are going to technical details. Technical details, that means most of the technical details comes under article publishing. Article publishing. Now, we are going to publishing section. There are 3 subheadings: process of the publication, what do top journals look for, revision and response to reviewers. This is the paper submission process. Here, there is a complete flow chart, flow diagram given. What the process to submit a paper? Submit a paper. If it consists a basic structure, then it's sent to the reviewers. If it is not a structured one, bluntly it is rejected, paper rejected. If it consists of a basic manuscript structure, it will send it to the reviewers. Then reviewers give a points and the editor make a decision. If the reviewers are given good points, then it is accepted by the editor. If it is not properly reviewed, it is not up to the mark, then it is bluntly rejected. What will we do after rejection? Then, if paper is rejected, then you have to review the paper. You have to modify the paper. You have to adjust according to the editor's demand. You have to adjust according to the reviewers' reviewing points. What points they have given, they have suggested, keep it in mind. You have to modify according to your paper. Then resubmit the paper. Then, if it is resubmitted paper is consisting of basic structure, then it is sent to the reviewers. Reviewers make decision. Reviewers given reviewing points. Author make decision. Then it may be accepted. What editor ask in your research paper? What is there? What did I learn from reading from this paper? First editor looks for this. What I have learned from this paper. Is it worth knowledge? Is it giving some knowledge? Is it worth knowing? Is there any matter? Is there any new from this field? Will this paper have impact on the field? In what field? Your subject area. In your subject area, this paper has any impact. They will look for that. Journal citations, citations in professional literature, professional applications. This all is asked by the editor. Then you have to analyze all these points. Keep it in mind. This point you have to write a research paper. Why top journals accept your paper? Why should they accept? The required element. There should be required elements. Exciting idea. A central idea must be there in the research paper. A central idea. A theme is there, must be there in the research paper. The exciting idea, a new idea, an important idea, an idea which hit themes that are popular. There are, in every subject, there are different themes, different standards. Your idea is hitting the themes or standards of that particular field. If so, it is accepted by the editor. Enhancing element. They look for enhancing element. Good literature review. Have you done a literature review? How much? How far? How long? You have taken time as well as the length of the content. The literature review. Have you reviewed the entire literature or a particular period literature? What type of literature you have analyzed? That is very, very important. Free from grammatical, typological errors. Is there any errors? Is it have you researched a good sample size? How many papers you have analyzed? How much data you have interpreted? That is also essential. Important facts must know the author. English is the universal language of all scientific communications. You should not write any other language. You should write in English only because it is a universal language. Unless a scientific or technical paper is written properly, it cannot be assessed properly. Writing a scientific paper is an intense intellectual activity. Research paper writing is not a game. It is an intellectual activity. You have to put your work, use your brain, use your idea. That's why it is an intellectual activity. The writing process sharpens your own thinking. The revision and the response to the reviewers. Why revision is important and necessary? Which procedure do you prefer? What happened? The reviewer given a bad remark on your paper. See, let us assume two situations. Which procedure do you prefer? You have send send out a disorderly prepared manuscript. It get rejected after 3-6 months. Send out again after a few days, rejected again. Then what happened in this situation? You will sink into despair. This is horrible condition. If your research paper is not properly, if you are not properly prepared research paper, it is bluntly rejected. Without reviewing, without modification, it cannot be accepted anywhere. Then what happened? You will go in despair, thinking manner. That means you feel anxiety, you feel some condition which is not good. In another situation, take 3-4 months to prepare a manuscript. You have to get the first decision after 4 months. Revise carefully within time limitation. Then it is accepted. This condition is very favorable condition. That's why keeping these two situations, which situation is better? The second situation is very better because you have taken such a long time to prepare a manuscript. That means 3-4 months you have worked on it. You have prepared according to the editor's choice. You have prepared according to the structure of the manuscript. Then get the first decision after 4 months to receive, and that is revised carefully within time limitation. Editor accepted. Editor generally accepts the manuscript. Then the second situation is very good. Feel good factor is there. Write and rewrite until you contented. Please cherish your own accomplishment. Write and rewrite. This is very, very important. First you write, then correct it, rewrite it, correct it, rewrite it, modification until it is come in a successful manner. Then only you will succeed. Don't resubmit a rejected manuscript to journals without significant revision. It won't work. Without revision, you should not send again that manuscript to the another journal. They also won't publish. They also simply rejected your paper. The original reviewers often found out, leading to enmity towards the author. Even editors also. What is the strategy? In your cover letter, declare that the paper was rejected and name the journal. You have to write in a covering letter, this paper is rejected by so-and-so journal. Then I have modified, I have reviewed, I have given modification. Some changed points are there. This you have to describe in a covering letter and send it to the editor. Include the referees, reports, and a detailed letter of response showing how each comment has been addressed. The editors, the reviewers who have given different objections in those review, you have to answer all these reviewing questions. Then you give a suggested answers to the editor. Explain why you are resubmitting the paper to the journals. Example, this journal is more appropriate journal. The manuscript has been improved as a result of its previous review. Like that you have to write in a covering letter. Take it serious in revision. Revision is not a bad thing. Revision is a excellent manuscript repairing mechanism. Whenever our manuscript rejected, then we have to go for revision. Nearly every article requires revision. Bear in mind that editors and reviewers means to help you to improve your article. Editors and reviewers send you revision points. You have to revise according to their demands, requirements. Do not take offenses. Do not take offenses. You should write in compromising manner. You should write in defense manner. Don't take offense. Don't go for argue with editors and reviewers. Minor revision does not guarantee acceptance after revision. That's why you should do a major revision for your manuscript. Do not count on acceptance before you carefully study the comments. Revise the whole manuscript, not just the parts as the reviewer point out. You have to revise the whole manuscript. Then it will be look very fresh and very interesting. Revision is a great learning opportunity. Cherish the chance of discussing with your work directly with other scientists. Cut and paste each comment by the reviewer. Answer it directly below the question. Do not miss any point. State specifically what changes you have made to the manuscript. You have to write in reviewing paper what are the revised paper, what are the points you have revised in subsequent sending to the editor. Identify the page and line numbers also. Rejection, not the end of the world. Everyone has papers rejected. Do not take it personally. Try to understand why the paper was rejected. Reevaluate your work and decide whether it is appropriate to submit the paper elsewhere. Note that you have received the benefit of the editors and reviewers' time. Take their advice seriously. Then ethical issues. There are some ethical issues also there. Some copying issues also there. Some cut and paste issues also there. Ethical issues, multiple submissions. One academician or one research first submit one to the editor of one research journal. After some times, if there is a gap, then he is again sent to the another journal. This is multiple submission. It is not suggestible. It is very faulty submission. Redundant publications. Redundant, that means useless publications. Sometimes publications are useless because there is no specific idea. There is a cut and paste options. There may be a different minor corrections. Like that, publication should be very fresh, should not redundant. The plagiarism is also a ethical issue. Plagiarism. There is some plagiarism softwares. Let us discuss about that also. Data fabrication, falsification, improper author contributions. These are the ethical issues. Multiple submissions. Multiple submissions save your time but waste editors. It is time wasting process. Multiple submission. The editorial process of your manuscript will be completely stopped if the duplicated submissions are discovered. Sometimes editors keep you in blacklist. Then you cannot publish any manuscript in that journal. That's why keep it in mind. Do not submit multiple times. It is considered to be unethical. We have thrown out a paper when an author was caught doing this. I believe that the other journal did the same thing. This is quotation given by James C. Hoover, the International Journal of Cold Geology. Redundant publication, unnecessary publication, previous publication of an abstract during the proceedings of conference does not prevent subsequent submission for publication, but full disclosure should be made at the time of the submission. That means you have to already send to a conference to participate in a conference. These conference organizers publish it in their conference proceedings. Then you have again submit to the another journal. Before submitting the journal, you have to disclose what you are doing, what you did. Already it is submitted to the so-and-so conference. That's why again I am submitting to this journal. This matter you should disclose to the editors. republication of a paper in another language is acceptable, provided that there is full and prominent disclosure of its original source at the time of submission. That means original source you have to give at the end of the manuscript. Plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Definition plagiarism. Plagiarism is the appropriation of another person's ideas, processes, results, or words without giving appropriate credits, including those obtained through confidential review of others' research proposals and manuscript. This is the nothing but copying from others' material. Plagiarism is a flaw of the research area. There are so many newspapers given news about this plagiarism and the paper chase, plagiarism, fake research, plague academia. Like that, so many papers awaken us. There are plagiarism checkers. Softwares are there. Turnitin software, Authenticate software, plagiarism checkers X software is also there. These plagiarism checkers, these are online checkers, these are softwares. If we upload our manuscript, it will give result. How much copied from others? How much copied from other journal? How much copied from books? Like that, it will give the complete report. This is the report for a model report, sample report of Turnitin for a student. This similarity index is 13%, internet sources 7%, other publications 3%, from students' paper 7%. This is the plagiarism report of a particular manuscript. There are different tools for writing research papers. We can use different sources, online apps, online softwares are available in the online market. Jotiro, Monday, Overleaf, Paperpal, Notion, Scrivener, FlagScan, EndNote, Paperpile, Canva. These are different tools will work in different sections of a research paper. If editor rejected, what happens? Rejection is not a crime. I believe that the true cause of the rejections is the intention behind the research. So what is the solution for this? Learn from your own experiences. Rejection is not a crime. You should follow the reviewers' guidelines. The suggestions given by the reviewers you should follow. Then you remade. Then you reattempt. Then you modify your research paper according to their demands. One brilliant quotation is there. The way to develop self-confidence is to do the things you fear and get a record of successful experiences behind you. This quotation is given by William Jennings Bryan. That's why we should build self-confidence. Self-confidence only the key point to the success. When editor rejected your paper, then you have to review the paper, then you have to revise the paper, you modify the paper, you write according to the reviewer questions, you have to give answers to the reviewer question, then resubmit the paper, then you will succeed. Thank you very much.